This is Hayden from SHC TV, and today I'm very lucky to be joined by Ash Lane ahead of his British title fight against Chris Bourke on the 22nd of March, live on TNT Sports from York Hall, Bethnal Green. So yeah, mate, how have you been?
I've been very good, thank you, mate. Training's going really well. It's nice to actually have some time to um progress and work on certain skills and moves in training. Um, you know, yeah, it's going really well. It's going good. I couldn't ask for a better place to be in at this point.
That's really good to hear, mate. So yeah, what I wanted to sort of start with is how did you first get into boxing? What's your sort of story in getting into boxing?
So, I started when I was 15. Um, so when I was a kid, I was a bit shy. I had a lisp, and I was kind of bullied, in primary school. I was bullied in middle school as well, and then in upper school, I started getting bullied again, and I had a fight with my next door neighbor, and after that, my mum thought about taking me to the boxing gym that was opening up, Fire Cotton Boxing Club in Northampton. So I went there just for like self defense, really. So I did a little bit of karate, but it didn't really help. And yeah, I went to the open evening. I just absolutely loved it, and ended up just going all the time. And like John Daly, the amateur coach, he was the head coach, and he ended up being a bit like a uh, big role model to me because at that time in my life, I didn't have my dad in my life, not through his own fault, through other stuff. Um, but yeah, John Daly become like a father figure, role model to me, and that's how it all started. From getting bullied, and I did it for self defense.
Okay, so then obviously, getting into boxing, what was your amateur career like? What accolades did you achieve and how did you sort of find it overall?
So amateur wise, I didn't really have the best amateur style. I had more of a professional style. But I didn't do too bad. No, I won the Midlands area um three times, I think. I got to the quarterfinals, the national championships. I think it was the boys clubs and the open ABAs. I got to the quarterfinals three times. Um, and I boxed some good kids. I did okay. I think I come away with a 44 fight record of 29 wins and 15 losses, something along those lines. So I didn't do too bad, but my style wasn't really suited to the amateurs. Um, I had more of a professional style. I then moved down to Devon at the end of my amateur career for a year, and I boxed for Bideford ABC. And I did okay, I boxed in an England select team against Wales a couple of times, and I ended up going to Thailand and doing a little stint in Thailand before turning pro. So I didn't do too bad. I do think I could have done a lot better, but everything's hindsight. It is what it is, and I can only look back on that with gratitude for how my journey's been.
Yeah, 100%, mate. So then obviously, you made the switch to pro in 2011, and your first fight you took on Ryan McNichol, where you got a draw, then you rematched him, got the win on points. How did you sort of find that switch? Because as you say, you feel like your style was more suited to the pro game anyway. How did you sort of find that switch from the amateurs to the pros?
Yeah, I quite liked it, to be honest, in my first couple of fights. I mean, it was a bit weird switching up. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than it was, but the first fight with Ryan McNichol, it was a cut that happened. I was winning the fight. It was a cut, and it got stopped. Unfortunately, the rematch, yeah, I beat him, and I beat him comfortably and hands down. But it was a bit of a reality check now, looking back at it. I thought I was going to turn pro, and because I was always told my style was a professional style, I thought I was going to breeze through the pro ranks. Um, and it didn't happen. And there's loads of different catalysts for that. But it wasn't an easy changeover as I thought. And the more I think about it, the more I realised that my boxing style, which wasn't really suited for the amateurs, as time has gone on, I should have switched it up a bit more. Because I used to go in there and I wanted to stand toe to toe and fight. And even though professional boxing, you're not so much on your toes like you used to be as the amateurs. You're still not stood there trading for every second of every round like I thought you would. So but everything's in hindsight, and here's what it is, and I'm the fighter I am today because of that experience.
Yeah, 100%, mate. So, yeah, what I wanted to sort of ask you to do is, sort of have a recap on last year. Obviously, very successful for yourself, winning the English Bantamweight title, being an undefeated Jordan Perkis on the top tier card back in, I think it was June. So, yeah, sort
Yep.
of touch on last year, how did you sort of think last year went for you as a pro?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't go too bad. I mean, obviously, I won the English title. There's a lot of pressure riding on that because I'd won the Commonwealth back in 2017. I won the Midlands area title back in like 2013 or 2014. But to me, like there's a lot of pressure going on that fight because I'd been out the ring. I come back against Ashfaq and I lost that. I wasn't really motivated for that fight. I only took that fight for the money. But on paper, I lost that fight. And to me, if I'd lost to Jordan Perkis, I'd have been seen as a one-hit wonder sort of thing. So there was a lot of pressure on me, because I know that I'm a lot better than the English level. I know I have the capabilities and the credentials to win a British and a Commonwealth and a European. It's just, it's for me, what's always let me down has been my mental attitude um, going into fights. So, last year, that fight against Jordan Perkins was a huge crossroads fight for me. If I'd have lost that, then it would have been downhill from there, and I'd have been extremely disappointed with myself. But thank God I got the win, and I can push on now. I can only see it as a positive because with all the pressure that I was under to perform, I managed to perform well enough to get the win, and it was a nice opponent to get a win over. I have a lot of respect for Jordan Perkis. He accomplished some really good things in such a short amount of time, and it's a shame that he's retired now. But some people can take a loss, and some people can't, and it just looks like he couldn't come back from it.
Then obviously onto this upcoming fight, you just spoke there that, you believe your level is, with these big fights, so you've got this upcoming fight against Chris Bourke. So how did that sort of come about and how long have you known about that for?
So I mean, like since the Jordan Perkins fight, we've kind of been in. I've been talking to my manager Kieran Farrell on a regular basis, and we've been negotiating. Well, Kieran has, I haven't. But he's been negotiating different fights that I haven't quite worked out, but he's always known ever since I've known Kieran. He's always known that the British title has been my main objective. It's been my creme de la monde kind of thing. So like he said to me, like initially I thought I was going to fight Sean McGoldrick. He said about the British title fight, and he was negotiating it, and um, he told me that I think it was back in November. He was negotiating the British title fight, and I thought it was going to be McGoldrick. Then I think it was December time. He said it was going to get changed to a Chris Bourke, because McGoldrick was retiring or something like that. So I thought, okay, well, fair enough. I mean, I'd rather fight McGoldrick purely for the fact that McGoldrick's the champion. And I think for you to get the full credentials and, you beat the champion, then you're the man. If the champion vacates, then you beat someone else. I don't think people really give you the full respect that you deserve. So obviously I wanted to fight Sean McGoldrick because of that reason. But when I found out it was Chris Bourke, it didn't really matter. A fight's a fight, and um, it's just nice to have this opportunity. So I think just before Christmas, I thought I got told it was going to be the 10th of February. So Christmas for me was cancelled, and then it got postponed until March 22nd. So I had a little bit of a breather just to calm myself down. And now we're hitting back on, and we're hitting back on hard.
Yeah, 100%, mate. So, sort of on Chris, how much do you sort of know of him? Obviously, 13-1. I believe he was Southern Area and WBC International.
Yeah, WBC International, I think he is.
Yeah. So, sort of, how much do you know about him and his sort of style and all that? And how do you think you can sort of use that to your advantage?
Well, I mean, like Chris Bourke, he likes to come forward. He's got a good engine on him. He's got decent speed. He's got a good power. I think he's out of the 12, he's won. He's knocked out 8. I mean, the level of those opponents isn't great. Bar Rama Beleza. But then again, Rama Beleza was, 38, 39 years old. And you catch someone that old on the chin, they're probably going to go. So, I mean, yeah, he's got, decent speed, decent boxing skill, some good power, got some decent experience. He's boxed with Ramos Mahmoud and Rama Beleza. He's boxed, I can't remember some of the other names, but he's boxed 3 or 4 half decent kiddies. I think James Beach Jr. is one. So, I mean, they're not Mark Leach as well. So, I mean, they're not the best kid he's boxed is Mark Leach, and he lost to him. And in that fight, I think it was a bit one-dimensional. Mark Leach just kind of picked him off. So you can take positives from that, but at the end of the day, I'm not Mark Leach. I've got a different style to Mark Leach. I think differently and I react differently. So what I've seen of Chris Bourke, he likes to come forward. He's got a good engine on him, but I like to come forward, and I've got a very good engine on me. He can bang. I've shown in my last fight that I can punch as well. So I think, personally, I think this is going to be a very good fight for in the middle of the ring, and I think it'll be toe to toe. And I don't think it will last the 4 rounds. I think one of us will go down, and one of us will I think one of us will be finished. I can't see this lasting the full 12 rounds.
So, if you were to get the win over Chris Bourke, what do you think that would mean to you? Being able to lift that British title, main event on TNT Sports. What do you think that would mean to you to lift that British title and sort of going forward in your career?
I'll tell you now, I truly honestly believe that I will beat Chris Bourke. And there's no disrespect to Chris Bourke. I just believe that on the night, everything will align for me and I will come away with a victory. And when I do, it will mean the absolute world. I've been dreaming of this feeling every night, having my hand raised, my name called out, every night. That it would just be an unbelievable feeling. Everything I've ever worked hard for since starting boxing, and especially since turning professional. The British title is the title that I've always wanted. I've always said that my dream is to be the first British champion to come out of Northampton, my hometown. And this is my opportunity to really do it and pave the way for the lads. You have the Fell twins coming through. You have some other lads coming through. And, just for, I mean, when I was an amateur, like I love the Fell twins to bits, and when I was an amateur, they were youngsters, and they were looking up to me and Nathan Reeve, who was professional as well. They were looking up to us, as like, inspirations. And now to see what they're doing is amazing. And for me to win this British title and give them the confidence and pave the way for them to truly believe that they can do the same, it would mean the absolute world to me. I don't think anything could beat it.
Yeah, 100%, mate. So, have you got anything you want to promote, say for your Instagram, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, people can give me a follow on my Instagram. It's Ashlane68. They can follow me on Facebook as well, Ash Lane. I mean, I don't think it's Ash Lane 68 on it. Just write my name in Facebook, Ash Lane. But yeah, Instagram, Ash Lane 68. Give me a follow. Big up to all my sponsors, Jim Flooring, MDP Flooring, Edge Electrical Solutions, Webb's Flooring, Paul Tompkins Physio, Bourke Teamwear. I hope I don't leave no one out. But yeah, big up to all my sponsors. Oh, Ashton Scaffolding as well. And that's it, man. All I can say is I just can't wait till the fight night. March 22nd. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna put it all on the line, and I do believe I'll come out victorious. I have a lot of respect for Chris Bourke, but it's my time for a reason, and I'm on the roll.
Thank you so much for your time, mate. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, best of luck
No,
with your fight, and we can definitely do it again, mate.
no problem, mate. No, all good, mate. And we'll definitely chat after I've got the belt around my waist.